What is the strangest dare you've done in Truth or Dare? When I was 7. I wanted to eat sand as a dare. And I said so. But no one would dare me. One girl said that would make me sad. Eat sand if you want, but I don't want to make you. I basically bullied her into daring me to eat sand. She said, "Okay. I dare you to eat sand." I took a pinch and ate it. I don't remember her reaction or anything else about who was there. I just remember being really happy with myself, and I thought what I did was hilarious. Surprisingly, it took the world another 14 years to identify the Aspergers. I once had ice cubes rubbed all over my topless torso until they melted. 4 people were given each a suit from a deck of cards and had to throw them at my torso so that they stuck, due to it being wet with ice cube water. The person with the most of their cards stuck to me won and was exempt from doing the next dare. The event is now known to my friends as the Japanese game show. Are you a girl? The only question that matters. My friend dared me to let him tie me up and duck me. Worth it. Great prank. Not exactly relevant, but I never get a chance to tell this story, so duck you. Truth or dare at night on the beach. There are about 10-15-16-year-old girls. And then my friend's little brother and his friend who are about 12 or 13 years old. My turn comes up. Truth, they tease me because apparently choosing truth is lame. So I switch to dare. I have to take off my shirt. Whatever. Everyone else does their sheet and then it's my turn again. I choose dare again. Not wanting to get made fun of. And get dared to give little brother's friend a lap dance. Nope. The idea of doing anything like that with a 12-year-old kid creeps me out. The idea of doing anything like that with a stranger creeps me out. And the idea of giving a lap dance in general makes me uncomfortable. Sexy isn't something I really do. So I'm standing there, topless, refusing. And my friends are like, "Give him a lap dance." And from out of nowhere in the shadows an adult male voice says, "So who's the lucky one getting a lap dance?" We freeze. Turn around. He's got a flashlight that somehow none of us noticed approaching. It's a cop. He asks why we're there. We explain that it's my friend's 16th birthday. He says he got a noise complaint and we need to keep it down. But tells us to have fun with our lap dances and leaves. Prank caller private. All girls university. Demanding to know why my son wasn't accepted into the university. I have no children. I just had to act like an idiotic irate parental unit. Upon hearing that the university was an all-girls university. Automatically cry reverse sexism and rant for a few minutes for comedic effect. Edit. I am most certainly aware that reverse sexism is not a thing. I just had to act insanely stupid. I was dared to knock on random doors in a dodgy neighborhood and say I'm a gay werewolf and need to be pleasured right now. The responses were cruel and weird. I was alone with a friend, whom I'd had a completely innocent relationship with up until this point, on school property, and he dared me to turn around and face the wall. Next thing I knew, he had yanked my pants down and was trying to penetrate my asshole. He was a bit too small to actually get in anywhere. Thank goodness. Needless to say, he and I are no longer speaking. I'm nowhere near the level of weirdness as some of these other replies, but I was given a dare where I could only speak like Christopher Walken, with the kicker being I could only say the word Danny DeVito. Or a variation of his name. So for 5 minutes I'd be replying to questions, only being able to say that and hoping the inflections I was using conveyed what I wanted to say. This was when I was about 16. Some friends and I were smoking pot, drinking MD20/20, and playing truth or dare in the shed at the back of his property. There were 3 guys and 2 girls. My turn comes up. I say dare. It was decided that I had to lick one girl's asshole. She dropped her jeans and I got up in there. About 15 later, she leans over and whispers that it made her really horny. We eventually hooked up for a few weeks until her dad caught wind of what happened that night. Created a huge mess. She moved away a month later. During another truth or dare game, a girl who really had the hots for a friend chose dare. hoping he would dare her to kiss him or something. We all dared her to ride a little mini bike up and down the street. Naked. She went through with it. Go outside. Strip naked. Then run around the entire apartment complex. It's known as the Naked Mile in my area. I had to go around the beach and pretend I was selling horse leather and camel milk. I really love the ones that aren't sexual. Just bizarre. Just seems more creative. Somehow. I was dared to eat 2 habanero peppers, and I couldn't drink milk for a half hour after eating them. I ate the peppers, but I didn't last the half hour. With tears in my eyes I punched my friend who was guarding the fridge so I could chug half a gallon of milk. Shoulder went with white bread. I recently ate a bite of a scorpion pepper, which is hotter than the ghost chili. I lasted about 30 seconds before I was undoing the twisty tie on the white bread. I only ate like 4 pieces of bread. It wasn't so much truth or dare, as much as just dare. But I ran through the girls' bathroom when it was completely empty after school. I was such a brave lad. At least when I went into the girls' bathroom. It wasn't of my own volition. I literally got shoved into it by my basketball teammates back in middle school. And then they blocked the door. I took the time to see the differences between the girls' and boys' bathrooms. More stalls, no urinals, and a small metal dispenser that I had no clue what it was for. Mushroom stamped my girlfriend at the time in front of the party. She then dared my buddy, the one who had dared me, to mushroom stamp my face. Years ago, I was dared to wear only a trash bag, enter a drugstore, and buy extra small condoms. This was back years ago. And you had to ask the clerk for them. They didn't actually sell extra small, but I had to ask for them in the dare. In my college dorm, knocked on this guy's door. Jumped on him. I'm small. He caught me and kissed him romantically. Haha, what a hilarious prank. Haha, that would be hilarious if a girl did that to me. I'd laugh and laugh. Anyone want to kiss me? As a dare? Hilarious. So lonely. Had to give a lap dance to a guy who went on to be my boyfriend. I didn't know how to lap dance, so I just white girl twerked somewhat near him. And then he slapped my ass. I then started hitting him. We're an odd couple. I'm a guy. When I was 15 or so I was playing truth or dare with 3 girls. Lucky me. I got dared to take a kick in the gonads. Did it. Secretly ducking, loved it. Pretended I didn't. They basically spent an hour daring each other to kick me over and over. Probably doing forward rolls across a damp field. At midnight. In my underwear. All whilst the Mortal Kombat theme was being blasted in the background. Supposedly it was quite the sight. But I was too dizzy to actually know that. We drive Polaris Rangers around the job site I work at. I'm the usual prankster. Scaring people. Leaving dummy snakes in places. Moving people's Rangers 10-15 feet away. After close analysis of the accelerator function of the Rangers, my buddy dared me to put a rock behind a certain spot behind the accelerator of another buddy who always took everything done to him too seriously but took every opportunity he could to get us. Well, we waited for about 5 minutes while he did something, and as he walked up we couldn't contain ourselves, for we knew or had a feeling of what would happen. We had to play it off that we were laughing about something else. The best part is the guy is super jumpy and nervous all the time. I realized the Ranger was still in park. I casually walked over and got in to talk to him and shifted into gear without making it obvious. He turned the key, said a few words, then cranked it. The engine received spark injection and a drivetrain in gear. It took off, and in his panic that looked like an eternity for him, he let go of the steering wheel, looked around in panic not knowing what to do, then splash. He drove into a low pond. Luckily the water was only about 4 inches high. When he hit the pond, the mud served as an instant brake and the engine cut off. We couldn't hold our laughter and he nearly shit himself. TLDR. Even through years of advancement in technology and evolution, man can still rely on rock as a source of entertainment. My boyfriend's younger brother dared my boyfriend to drink a bottle of Tabasco sauce without making a hot face for $100. He won the money and threw up immediately after. Not so much strange. Rather pretty pathetic. I went to a relatively small high school with about 60 people per grade. One girl was having an afternoon birthday party on her terrace. Well, the girls were chatting inside and the boys were outside playing truth or dare. The bottle landed on me and I was told to undo my shirt buttons, walk inside, and say that it's really hot outside. I did that. The girls didn't give two craps. And I went back outside. That's it. The most pathetic dare I've heard that let me walk up to a group of girls and basically show off my abs. When I was in the 2nd grade, me and 2 of my friends were outside camping in his backyard. We decide to play truth or dare and it comes around to my turn. My friend dares me to close my eyes. As I do, my other friend yells at me to open them. And the one who dared me had his big dig out, about to piss in my mouth. Needless to say, we weren't friends after that. We once dared one of my friends to go lay down on my dining room table. That was it. We had been playing for a while and were running out of material. She absolutely refused to do it. I think she was scared we were gonna do something once she laid down. We weren't. So we made her eat a few ketchup packets instead. When I was 15, I put human feces under a car door handle. Wheel ducked up. Was dared to take my male friend's socks off seductively. I moaned. Nibbled his ankles. Peeled off his socks slowly and screamed in euphoria when they came off and then accidentally dislocated his big toe. To drink every leftover drink in the party. Not me but a friend. He drank like 10 half-filled beers and some shady abandoned solo cups of God knows what. We were running low on booze, so I was dared to go get more. But the trick was I had to be someone else. What better place to go than Greek Row? House 1. British student named Ahab. Bottle acquired. House 2. Indian man named Sultan Ahab. 3 beers acquired. House 3. Final house. A sorority house. I was a Russian exchange student named Dimitri. 6 beers. 2 Adderall. And half a bottle of Jake Danielzo. And about 4 numbers. I still keep in touch with one of the girls. In fact, we're married 17 years with 3 kids, a loving dog, cat, and live in a mansion, but we're just friends. D. I had to make a duck face in my Facebook profile picture and leave it up for 48 hours. And I wasn't allowed to explain it was a dare. People I know were really confused.